1. North Korea. North Korea has a history of strict control over its borders and limited interactions with foreign visitors. The relationship between the United States and North Korea has been characterized by significant tensions, particularly regarding North Korea's nuclear program and human rights abuses. American travelers face stringent restrictions on visiting North Korea, typically allowed only on organized tours and with a government minder. It is likely that in 2024, Americans may continue to encounter obstacles and restrictions when attempting to travel to North Korea due to these ongoing geopolitical tensions. 2. Iran. The relationship between the United States and Iran has been fraught with tension for decades, especially following the Iranian Revolution in 1979 and the subsequent hostage crisis. Diplomatic relations have worsened due to Iran's nuclear program, alleged state-sponsored terrorism, and support for anti-US groups. American travelers have faced travel bans and restrictions, making it challenging for them to visit Iran. In 2024, continued strained relations between the two countries could result in American travelers facing obstacles or being unwelcome in Iran. 3. Russia. The geopolitical landscape between the United States and Russia has been marked by various issues, including disputes over Ukraine, allegations of Russian interference in U.S. elections, and differences in approaches to Syria and other global conflicts. These tensions have led to the imposition of sanctions and diplomatic expulsions between the two nations. American travelers could potentially experience restrictions or unwelcome status in Russia in 2024, depending on the evolving geopolitical dynamics between the two countries. 4. Venezuela. Tensions between the United States and Venezuela have escalated due to political disagreements, human rights concerns, and economic sanctions imposed by the U.S. on Venezuela. The strained relationship has resulted in potential risks and challenges for American travelers visiting Venezuela. In 2024, ongoing political tensions and economic instability in Venezuela may lead to restrictions or unwelcome status for American visitors in the country. 5. Syria. The complex and volatile political situation in Syria, including the ongoing civil war and U.S. military involvement against the Assad regime and ISIS, creates a challenging environment for American travelers. Due to the U.S. government's stance on the conflict and concerns about safety and security, American visitors may face travel restrictions or be discouraged from traveling to Syria in 2024. 6. Cuba. Historically, the relationship between the United States and Cuba has been marked by diplomatic tensions and trade restrictions. While relations have somewhat thawed in recent years, political developments could impact American travelers' welcome in Cuba in 2024. Changes in U.S. foreign policy, Cuban government attitudes, or economic conditions could affect the ease with which Americans can travel to Cuba. 7. China. Ongoing trade disputes, human rights concerns, and geopolitical tensions between the United States and China have strained relations between the two superpowers. American travelers may face restrictions or unwelcome status in China in 2024, depending on the geopolitical climate and diplomatic exchanges between the countries. 8. Saudi Arabia. Political tensions, human rights issues, and differences in foreign policy between the U.S. and Saudi Arabia have influenced the relationship between the two nations. American travelers visiting Saudi Arabia may face restrictions or challenges due to these complex dynamics in 2024. 9. Turkey. Turbulent relations between the United States and Turkey, exacerbated by geopolitical differences, human rights issues, and regional conflicts, could result in restrictions on American travelers visiting Turkey in 2024. Changes in diplomatic relations and geopolitical developments may affect the ease with which Americans can travel to Turkey. 10. Belarus. Political tensions, human rights violations, and recent geopolitical developments, such as the controversial 2020 presidential elections in Belarus, have strained relations with Western countries, including the United States. Americans may face restrictions or unwelcome status in Belarus in 2024, depending on the evolving political situation and diplomatic relations between the two countries.